Welcome back to our journey through the Bible. Today's episode is from Genesis chapter 27, the pivotal moment in the story of Jacob and Esau. It's a tale of deception, family dynamics, and the fulfillment of God's sovereign plan. Let's unpack the drama of Isaac's blessing and the consequences that follow. Genesis 27 begins with Isaac's desire to bless his firstborn son, Esau. Aware that his time is nearing an end, Isaac asks Esau to prepare a meal of wild game, a tradition tied to receiving the patriarchal blessing. This blessing was more than just words. It represented a transfer of leadership, inheritance, and the covenant promises of God. However, Rebekah overhears Isaac's plan and devises a scheme to ensure Jacob, her favored son, receives the blessing instead. Rebekah's plan hinges on tricking Isaac into thinking Jacob is Esau. She prepares a meal using goats from their flock, and she disguises Jacob by covering his arms and neck with goat skins to mimic Esau's hairy appearance. Jacob is initially reluctant, fearing that Isaac might recognize the deception and curse him instead. But Rebekah insists, saying, "Let the curse fall on me." Together they proceed with the plan. Disguised as Esau, Jacob enters Isaac's tent. Isaac, suspicious at first, questions how Esau returned so quickly. Jacob lies, claiming, "The Lord your God gave me success." Isaac, though still doubtful, is ultimately convinced after touching Jacob's goat-covered arms and smelling Esau's clothing. Isaac blesses Jacob, passing on the covenant promises of God, declaring, "May God give you heaven's dew and earth's richness, an abundance of grain and new wine. May nations serve you and peoples bow down to you." With this blessing, Jacob secures the inheritance meant for Esau. Shortly after Jacob leaves, Esau arrives with his prepared meal. When Isaac realizes he has been deceived, he trembles violently, saying, "Your brother came deceitfully and took your blessing." Esau begs for a blessing, but Isaac explains that he has already given the primary blessing to Jacob, making him lord over his brothers. Isaac does bless Esau, but it is a secondary blessing, foretelling a life of struggle and servitude. Overcome with anger, Esau vows to kill Jacob once their father has passed, setting the stage for further conflict. Fearing for Jacob's life, Rebekah advises him to flee to her brother Laban in Haran. She promises to send for him when Esau's anger subsides, though this separation turns out to be much longer than anticipated. Jacob's departure marks the beginning of a new chapter in his life, but it also underscores the cost of deception, a fractured family, and years of estrangement. Genesis 27 reveals the complexities of human actions within God's divine plan. Rebekah and Jacob's deceit, Isaac's favoritism, and Esau's impulsiveness all contribute to the unfolding story. Yet, God's sovereign purposes prevail. His covenant promises to Abraham are passed on to Jacob as foretold. This chapter reminds us that God can use flawed people and imperfect choices to accomplish his will. However, it also serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of deception and the pain it can cause within families. Genesis 27 is a story of God's faithfulness amidst human failure. It challenges us to consider how we trust in God's plans rather than taking matters into our own hands. While Jacob receives the blessing, the road ahead will test his character and deepen his relationship with God. May this chapter remind us that God's purposes are unshakable, even when we falter. As we reflect on these lessons, let us strive to live with integrity, trusting that God's promises are enough. Thank you for joining us as we explored Genesis 27. If you found this meaningful, please like, share, and subscribe for more episodes of this series. Until next time, may you walk in trust and truth. See you on the next episode. Stay blessed.